Okay, we're recording.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Keeping Goals. My name is Conor O'Keefe, this is Jonny Wong, and Keeping Goals is a vlog following my attempt at becoming a professional goalkeeper. We've had a week off. I hope you had a nice Easter break. We certainly did.
Yep.
In the previous Keeping Goals episode, I told you that we had a county cup final that we were preparing for. Loughborough University, my team, versus Coalville Town in the final of the Leicestershire County Cup. And yeah, we had that game. I said that Jonny would come and film, we'd show you all about it, and we were hoping for a positive result. Unfortunately, we lost the game 4-1. And as much as I don't like talking about losses, we decided that the Keeping Goals vlog would be about documenting the journey, and success and failure are equal parts in that journey. So we wanted to tell you about the game, tell you how it went. Ideally, we wanted to show you how it went, but unfortunately we had another one on that front as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully this vlog will show you how to deal with goalkeeping mistakes, and maybe also how to deal with content creation mistakes as well.
Yeah.
But it's an important vlog, and I hope it helps you, and I hope it helps me too, to learn and improve, and that's what we're going to go with.
So Tuesday evening, me and the guys from the house, we headed over to Leicester to watch the game at the County FA ground. And I took the camera along and did a nice vlog intro, and I was vlogging the whole thing. And there were loads of Loughborough supporters there, and loads of Coalville supporters there as well. So we actually struggled to find a car parking spot, so we turned up as the whistle went for kick-off. First impressions were that it was going to be a good game. And it was a good atmosphere, to be honest. The aim for me was to get a bit of background footage, to ask the guys in the stands a couple of questions, to see how they felt the game was going, and I made the unforgivable mistake, which is when I got home, plugged the cards in, thought I'd transferred all the footage, and then went off to film something else. And when I went to film that other thing, I formatted the memory card, so all the footage was gone. That mistake is one that I've made once before, and never again will I make that same mistake. So now I have about 5 hard drives and many more full of footage which will never be deleted properly. It will be transferred, it will never go anywhere, it's going to stay on these discs, and even after we're finished with it, it's staying on these. So for any of you who take photos, make videos, whatever you do, back up your footage and make sure you've backed up your footage, for goodness sake. That's my tip.
So Jonny evidently is still learning from his mistake, as am I from the mistakes that I made during the game, because I did make mistakes. And on this theme, on this vlog, learning from mistakes is the lesson. But as I said to Jonny, it's probably not a bad one to lose the footage on, losing a cup final. I wasn't in the best place after that game. We weren't the happiest Keeping Goals team on both accounts, but we've had a bit of time to reflect on it, to learn from it. The game. So, as Jonny said, for the scene, lots of fans were there. A lot of our fans, a lot of my family, Jonny, the housemates. For one of the few times, we probably had more Loughborough supporters than there were Coalville supporters. And first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that came to watch. Some of you guys even came and watched, and that meant a lot to me to have that support. And it showed me the importance of a win or a loss versus the people you love coming and supporting you whatever happens. That is the most important thing. Coalville Town won the cup, they won 4-1, and they were worthy winners, and I'd like to say congratulations to them as well, because they did play very well and they deserved to win the game. But from a Loughborough perspective, from my perspective, the game started well. It was very intense, as finals are. There was a lot of pressing, a lot of fast passing, some mistakes, but the game started at a very high tempo, which for me as a goalkeeper, I have to register the tempo and regulate my distribution and my mentality as a result. So my first few passes I felt were good. I was finding feet, I was trying to move the ball quickly because I was under pressure from the first whistle. and that's how the game started. So I'd made a couple of good passes, I was feeling my way into the game, growing into it as you do. We probably got 15-20 minutes into the first half. We were under pressure. Colville are a team 2 leagues above us. They were favourites for the final, but they were putting us under a bit of pressure. They were forcing us to make some mistakes. And probably the biggest mistake I made came in that 20th minute. There was a shot from the edge of the box. I dealt with the shot fine, collected it well. As I picked the ball up, my team felt there was a moment to relax, to recover from the pressure that we'd been under. At the same time, I was thinking, how can I counter-attack? How can I release the ball well for us to go and create an opportunity? At Loughborough, we like to play out from the back, the centre-back split, and I wanted to play the ball as quickly as possible. But as I took the ball, I could see my centre-halves beginning to split. I could see a bit of area of space opening up on my left-hand side, and I decided to release the ball to my left centre-back in order to get the play started. What I should have been doing is realising that we'd been under quite a lot of pressure. My defence and my midfield were obviously tired from tracking back, from making tackles. They needed that moment to just recover and relax, and that's what they were doing. So whilst I was thinking about attacking, they were thinking, right, breathe, we've got the ball. As I released the ball to my left centre-back, he's started to turn his back to just step up the pitch, and I've already given him the pass. It's a lack of communication, a lack of understanding, but it's my fault because I can see everything as a goalkeeper, and I've given him the ball when he's not ready. He's then under pressure, the ball is taken from him, squared, tapping, open goal. That's a mistake that I've made. It's not a good start to the game, and it's one that hurts because I was doing it with the right intentions, I wanted to play, but these things happen. You get mix-ups with your defence, and you can lose the ball. But I should recognise the picture and make the right decision. It was a decision error, not a technique error. I just made the wrong call, and it resulted in a goal against us and a bad start. But that happens, those things happen. You have to dust yourself down, relax, recover, and be fully ready for the next play. You can't be thinking about the mistake you've made, because otherwise you're going to make more. As a result of us losing a goal by trying to play out from the back, it did make us nervous. We probably had another 10 minutes where our passing out from the back, our distribution, our possession game wasn't good. We made lots of little silly mistakes, nearly got caught out a couple of more times, under pressure from the opposing team, making poor mistakes on the ball. And again, at that point, as a goalkeeper, you need to make a call. Do you say, right, everyone relax, let's just step up for 10 minutes, kick it long, try and be solid? Or do you recognise and say, we're not doing this right, let's try and up our level, calm down, and execute the moves with more precision? That's eventually what we did. I started making some good saves, started playing better passes with my feet, everyone seemed to calm down a bit. We were feeling our way back into the game. By this point, it's probably 30-35 minutes. They then get a corner on the 40th minute. We've always struggled with set pieces. It's always been difficult for us because we're a younger team against men's teams that often they have the advantage in the air. And they had a couple of opportunities from corners previously, but this corner, a late arrival into the box, their centre-back won the header, flicked on by the striker through my legs from 4 yards out, 2-0 down. That goal, not much I can do. Maybe we can defend the set piece a bit better, but it's come at a bad time because we felt we were getting back into the game. After that, we kind of lost any intrepidation or fear because we're 2-0 down. There's nothing to lose. We're already losing. We're already in a bad position. And our play actually developed and got much more like what we normally do. We were passing with confidence. We were breaking lines. We were beating the press. And we quickly scored a goal. I think in the 45th minute, we kept the ball in midfield, kept the possession well under the pressure, broke through 2-1 just before half time, which for us was a bit of a lifeline. It showed us that we could play through them. We just had to stay calm, relax, not be nervous, not be scared, and to be brave with the ball. We came in at half time and that's what we said to each other. We'd made mistakes, things had gone wrong, but we had adapted, we'd overcome it, and we'd done well to score the goal. We were 2-1, we were back in the game. Second half was much closer in terms of the two teams. We had chances, they had chances. We didn't make as many mistakes on the ball. I was better with my distribution, I was finding feet, I was finding the wingers, I was positive. The first mistake had obviously ruffled me a bit, but I was feeling a lot more relaxed. We had a few penalty shouts turned down, we had some opportunities that we didn't take, but we were largely the better team in the beginning of the second half. Then as the game goes on, towards the end, final quarter of the game, that's when we're taking a few more risks. We're chasing the game, we're leaving space for the counter-attack, and Colville ended up taking their chances at the end of that second half. The third goal, they had a break, free man in the middle. He had the opportunity to stand, have a look at the goal, wasn't closed down, bent it round the defender into the far post. For me as a goalkeeper, I'm trying to cover the whole goal. I've used my defenders to try and block that side, and I've slightly come the other way, and he's managed to bend it round into that far post. It's a good finish. Maybe I can move my feet quicker to make the save, but at the end of the day, it's a good goal. Finally, after making a few more saves, they had a shot from distance, which I've parried, and I've not parried it far enough away. This is in the 86, 87th minute. I've not parried it far enough away. The striker's come in and finished the rebound. I should probably get up and try and block it with my hands, but I've gone to block it with my body, and he's put it underneath my arm. That is a technical error on my behalf. I need to either hold the first shot or push it further away. So that's probably the second big mistake that I've made in the game, and it's also contributed to another goal. Granted, we were 3-1 down already, didn't make that much difference on the result, but another one that's a bitter pill for me to swallow, as I pride myself on being clean, making no mistakes, and in this game I've made an error of judgment for the first goal and an error of technique for the fourth goal. It was very frustrating for me. I looked forward to the final. I wanted to win one of my final games for Loughborough after 4 years at the university, in front of my friends like Jonny, my family. They'd all come to support me. I wanted to do them proud. So at the end of the game, I was upset. I didn't take it great. I was disappointed. But one of the most annoying parts was the fact that this season I felt like I developed that consistency in my game. Game after game, I was performing well, constantly performing at a good level, making good performances, good saves, helping my team. And it came to the final, and that was when I made a few mistakes. I wasn't solid, I wasn't clean, and that was very difficult. It was the first competitive game that I'd had since my shoulder injury. I played friendlies, but I hadn't played that competitive game, and maybe it showed me that, okay, I've reached the level where I can perform week in, week out at a consistently good level. But the next level for me, especially if I go into a club maybe as a number 2, is to make sure that I can perform at a very good level when I'm dropped in. That's the next level that I need to get to. So that's the life of the goalkeeper, really. We've seen high-profile mistakes in recent weeks from Ben Foster, from David De Gea. The media get on their back. They automatically want to shoot them down, tell them where they've gone wrong, even when they've never played a game in goal in their life. For me, I know the mistakes I've made. I had more goalkeeping experience than anyone in that stadium on that night. But the important thing is, can I learn from it? It's very well me sitting in front of a camera and telling you guys, learn from your mistakes, try and improve. But if I don't do it myself, how am I going to develop? How am I going to get better as a goalkeeper? So I took some time. The next couple of days I was obviously upset. I didn't really want to watch the footage. I was a bit disappointed about the result. But eventually you get over that and you say, okay, let me see, what did I do wrong? What did I do well? How can I move forward and get better? So everyone gets on your back, everyone tells you you've been rubbish or you've done these things wrong. Ben Foster's post-game interview after his mistake summed it up. He said, I hold my hands up, got it wrong, but I've learned from it. This is what I'm going to do next time. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do to improve yourself and become a better goalkeeper. My mindset after that was, okay, we've still got games left in the league. And the very next week, 7 days later, I was playing again. I was playing away at Coventry United, and I probably had one of the best games that I'd had this year. I made very good saves, I was very clean, my distribution was very good, just performed at a very good, solid level. And that was the most pleasing thing for me. After having a bad game, which always is going to happen in your career as a goalkeeper, how do you bounce back? How do you perform in the next game? Is it still bothering you? Do you still make the same mistakes? Or do you take it up another level and you show to yourself, okay, I've learned from it, I'm better, and then this is where my level is at. And that's what I did, and I was proud of myself for doing that. Moving forward, my focus has now got to be on finishing my coursework, doing my exams, getting my degree finished, producing the content for you guys, improving in the gym, improving on the pitch. That's what I'm looking to now. But as bitter as that game was to swallow as a cup final, as one of my final games for my team that I played for so long. It's taught me something and it's given me something in defeat as it has when I've won. So that's the mentality switch that you need to have. If you do make mistakes playing in goal, they are always going to happen. It's what you take from it, it's how you learn from it, it's how you bounce back. And hopefully I've shown that I've done those things and I can feel within myself that it's helped me to improve.
Yeah, I just think to summarise and to touch upon a point that Conor mentioned there is, as well as learning from the mistakes that you've made, I think one of the key things is to make sure that you put yourself in that position where you have to make the same decisions again. I'll put myself in the position where I have to juggle footage again, but I just need to make sure that next time when I do it, what I'm doing is not repeating the same mistake.
I think that's probably the ultimate showcase of your character. It would be very easy for me to then go, I'm never playing out from the back ever again. I don't want to make that mistake, I don't want to look like a fool. I'm just going to tell you to step up and I'm going to kick it as far as I can. What does that say about you? Instead, in that moment, I now know the right decision to make. And next time it happens, I'll still play out from the back, I'll still test myself, I'll still try and develop myself, but I'm that bit wiser, that bit more experienced, and that bit less likely to make mistakes because it's happened before. So it's not the happiest vlog. We would have loved to have brought you a 4-0 cup final win and have the trophy sat here as we're documenting it all and showing you all the footage and had a brilliant vlog. But that's life. That's life as a goalkeeper, that's life as a content producer, it's life as a human being. You're gonna have those highs, you're gonna have those lows, you just have to take that middle road. And losses ultimately teach you a lot more than wins do. And as lovely as it would be to see us winning trophies, I think that this vlog will actually help you more than that one would. Because it's definitely helped us more than that one would. But thank you for watching, as always, we really appreciate it. The last few weeks the channel has been absolutely flying, and that's down to you guys sharing, liking, commenting. So please keep going with all of that. It really does make a difference. So keep the channel growing. Please tune in next week for next week's vlog. But for now, thank you for watching Keeping Goals. Keep chasing improvement. We'll speak to you in a bit.